I'm Kelsey McKinney. Can you understand this sentence? It says, in your opinion, is texting good for or the enemy of grammar? If you did understand, then you are probably an avid texter. Most people have cell phones and text on a regular basis, and many people use text to speak. For convenience sake, today's teens have created their own tech language, shortening words and making it easier and faster to text. I own a cell phone, an iPod, and a computer, so electronic communication has become a big part of my life. In order to help you better comprehend how text speak is affecting grammar, I will explain how sentence structure is becoming incomplete, how phonetic spellings are replacing common words, and how people speaking in acronyms is becoming the norm. First, let's look at how using text speak leads to incomplete sentence structure. According to Kristen Bland, an English teacher at Alpha Omega Academy, the most significant changes in students' written answers is that they have so much trouble forming complete sentences because they are not used to thinking in complete thoughts due to text speak. Most teens often use the informal writing style of texting in their regular classroom writing assignments, even using emoticons and abbreviations, showing how casual grammar used in texting crosses over, affecting how students write in formal situations. Text messaging has given our society a quicker way to communicate, taking out the need for capitalization and punctuation. Our society as a whole has a let's go get everything done right now attitude, and texting is not exempt from that. We want the quickest way to write a thought with as few characters as possible so the latest news can be sent to our friends immediately. There is no worry about putting in commas or apostrophes or even spelling out whole words when we can write a single letter to replace it. Using text speak when texting is not a bad thing, but it is important to also practice using complete thoughts and full sentences. Texting eliminates the use of sentence structure and the detail that makes good statements great. Next, let's look at how using text speak leads to bad spelling. In my own personal experience as an avid texter, to save time, words are shortened during texting, which leads to the shortened versions of those words replacing the proper spelling. I send and receive many texts per day, so I can confirm that most of the texts that I receive are not full grammatically correct sentences. They are generally a group of words shortened to mere letters that represent a full thought. When something happens in a teen's life, we want to get out the news to our friends as quickly as possible, so spelling is not a priority. The urgency of sharing our lives sometimes gets in the way of slowing us down to write out a complete thought. Most phones have a 160-character limit per message, so when you are trying to get across a whole thought, there is sometimes not enough space, and words are often intentionally misspelled. For example, instead of writing out the word when, W-E-N is used, or instead of writing out the word though, T-H-O is used. This shortens the word only by one or two letters, but it saves space within the text message. Phonetic spelling of words is another means to save space, but can be habit-forming. For instance, the word hot is spelled H-A-W-T, and the word any is spelled with the letters N and E. With the average teen sending and receiving hundreds of text messages each day, intentionally misspelling words and spelling words phonetically can become habit-forming, flowing into other parts of our lives where writing needs to be more formal. Finally, let's look at how text speak leads to people speaking in acronyms. According to Randall Manning, author of Texting Dictionary of Acronyms, there are over 1,000 different texting acronyms used by texters every day. The need to save space while texting has led to the abbreviation of phrases by acronyms, which is turned into normal speech. Instead of actually laughing out loud when something humorous happens, I have heard people say LOL. Or when they are excited, I have heard them say OMG. Using letters instead of whole words when texting has become such a habit for them that they use the text speak in their everyday language. However, because texting is so widely used, so are these acronyms. They are showing up in written language, within other forms of electronic communication, such as email, and more importantly, people are beginning to use these acronyms within their speech communication with each other. To save space in texting, syllables within words are often replaced with numbers that make the sound of that syllable. For example, GR8 instead of great, or B4 instead of before. Text speak has had a major impact on grammar since its introduction. Sentence structures in writings have become incomplete. Common words are being replaced with phonetic spellings, and people are even speaking in acronyms. There are over 68.7 million texter users around the world. I don't think a language has ever changed this quickly due to technology. I really hope that the English language is not doomed. Either way, HAGD, have a good day.